Welcome to Jan's Views, a place where I share my views and listen to yours. Whether you are here for my artwork, live streams, shorts, or just for the giggles, please be assured I appreciate each and every one of you. I hope that you will enjoy your time here on my channel. I would be eternally grateful if you would give a like to the video, consider subscribing and, dare I ask, even become a member. So without further ado, let's do this.
Hello and a very good evening to you. Welcome to Drama Friday. It's Friday. Oh my God, it's been such a busy week for me this week and it still hasn't finished. I've still got things to do over the weekend. I'm running a bit late tonight because, well, if you look on my shorts, I took my granddaughter out for a very yummy British meal and I was a bit late getting back. And then I'd forgotten I was in the middle of editing a video that needed to be finished before I could do anything else. So yeah, that's what I did. I hope you're all well. We've got some locusts in the house and we've also got random fish. Hi, sweetie. Hope you're well. I hope you've had a good week. It's going to be quite a relaxed Drama Friday tonight. I don't know whether you guys are as fed up with the so-called drama, the sort of, what do we call it? Manipulated drama, this drama, this online drama. I'm fed up with it, guys. So I have looked. I had a quick look yesterday to see what I might be discussing tonight. And to be honest, it's all the same old boring online. So I think, us that come in this part of the YouTube, we're a bit more intelligent than that. So I think we're gonna, we're gonna talk about other things as well. All still drama because it's Drama Friday. Hey Edna, come on up, sweetie. But yeah, it's like it is absolutely manipulated, it's fabricated, it gets them views, put it that way. You know, it's a way of them getting views in this tiny sector of YouTube. And I'm done with all that, you know. As I've always said, I don't affiliate with Girl World in any shape or form. So I don't want even Drama Friday to be specifically about Girl World. It's so dull. It's so boring. Hi Edna, how are you, darling?
Hey Jen, I am doing fantastic. I had a wonderful day today so far, so I'm excited to be here.
Good. I'm glad you're excited to be here. Do you know what? You'll laugh.
Yes.
Um, I took my granddaughter out today because they're on half term. So she likes to go to this restaurant where we get like roast dinners. I don't suppose, Edna, you've bothered looking on my stories because I know you never do. But anyway, that's Edna. Anyway, so I put up a short
Jen,
video.
you act like I never look at your community posts.
You
The thing is, I typically access YouTube via my laptop. To see the community posts and the short, you have to use it through the mobile. That's where it's more like kind of, I think, configured to show that content.
It's all right. Keep making
So
excuses. I
you
don't
gotta
mind.
you gotta
Edna.
blame you.
It's Edna. I don't expect any more from Edna. So that's perfectly fine, darling. I've got two
Okay.
drinks. My drinks of choice is water
Nice.
and Pepsi. Only because
I have
Pepsi.
drink.
What have you got?
Clink, 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 clink. I have water and coffee.
All right. I was going to do a coffee. I was going to do myself an Irish coffee. And then I thought, no, I won't. I'll just stick with the cold drinks tonight.
Okay.
So yeah, I was just sort of saying, Edna, that you know, this drama that's going on the internet is just so tedious. It's so tedious. I'm kind of done with it in as much as I can't add anything more to it. It's just nonsense.
Really, Jen? What do you think is tedious? Because I don't think so. I think it's
Oh, I just
not
think the whole
tedious,
thing
maybe
is,
tantalizing.
and I think it's worked into such a way that these people that keep reacting to it and keep reacting to the other reactors, are just doing it for, you know, for
I mean,
clicks.
is there anything in specifically or in particular that you're talking about? Because the drama that I'm thinking of isn't necessarily tedious. First of all, Jan, I was in Valley's chat, her live, and she's like, "Who's on? What's going on? Is your mama on?" First of all, FFG is on. That's what's going on. But no, I said Jan's on. Look, of course, that's what's going on. And so when I posted, somebody in chat was like, "Have Jan do the one chip challenge." Did you see Jessica Messica do the one chip challenge?
What's that? I don't
Oh
watch
my!
Jessica. I'll be honest with you.
Mhm.
I don't really watch a lot of Girl World. I watch associates as they call them. So I
Oh,
watch
okay.
Colic, who else? And Milky, what's she called? Milk Tea.
Milky.
They're the people, Milky Tea. They're the people that I
That is your mama, Milky and Tea.
I know. Um, yeah, they're the only two that and also Karina Kaboom. They're the three that I watch because I watch them because I like them. I like them. I like their delivery. Um,
Hmm.
and you know, most of them don't play the videos of foodie, and
Right.
that's what I struggle with. I just don't want to see it, you know.
Well, this really has nothing to do with foodie whatsoever. So Jessica Messica, or I think it was because of her 6,000 subscribers, it's like a celebration whatever. She did the one chip challenge where it's this insanely spicy chip, which I think is still less spicy than the original challenge chip.
Okay.
I think that was discontinued because it was too spicy. But it's a really spicy chip, and she ate it. To be honest, I kind of got a little bored, and I was watching something else. But it's just fun. Jen, have you ever had really spicy food? You feel like you're dying. It's
Yeah.
hilarious to watch. Yeah, so it was a good video, or it
Ye
was a good. I'm sure it was a good live, but for me, I still think it was still entertaining.
yeah. No, I don't. I mean, I don't mind spicy food, and I can eat,
Hmm.
a lot more spicy food than I used to be able to eat. Since, one of my BFFs is, she used to be my next door neighbor, and she's from Pakistan, and she used to make me wonderful meals, but she knew I couldn't take it as hot as they did. So I think
Hmm.
she gradually sort of increased the spices in them. So, yeah, I can normally cope with a bit of spice, but I don't like, although I can take it in a curry now, I don't really like, the spices, say, the red peppers, the red
Hmm.
chilies. I don't like those. They sort of no, they don't agree with
I
me
don't.
at all.
I don't think I can really handle a whole lot of spice. I used to think that I could, but then I went to Chipotle and their hot sauce. I was like, I'm calling corporate. This is outrageous. I can't even enjoy my like it was so hot, Jan.
Yeah, yeah. I think I
Like
know my limitations.
If Chipotle is too hot, I don't think I can say that I like spice. I think
I know my
I'm about to come to
limitations
terms with
now.
them. Yeah.
I've
Well,
had
yeah.
so I've had instances where I've had food and it's just been so hot that it's just ruined my whole experience. So I'm very sort of cautious about,
Absolutely.
about taking it, because there's nothing worse, I think, than, sitting down to a meal and after the first bite, you feel like your mouth is like being stripped. And it's just an awful
But yeah,
feeling.
what would you so if you had to pick one, right? Either the food is so hot you can barely taste it, or it's bland. Like there's no flavor. It's like potatoes. You don't even get salt. Capone. Which one do you choose?
Hey, Capone, lovely to see you, darling. I couldn't. There's no point in having something that I can't eat, so I would go for the bland, and
Okay.
I'd sneak my own my
I
own
think I
flavors onto it.
see. I rather take the overly spiced food, and I'll just thin it out with something. I
Yeah.
have to have some flavor. It's funny. I went to the grocery store. I was running errands earlier, but which was funny enough because for whatever reason, I had a break in my schedule earlier today. So I was like, okay, I'll go to the grocery store, run some errands, and they had some like heat meat meals on sale, and they were like Indian flavored, and I'm thinking, this is not gonna be good, and whatever. But it wasn't bad. It really did give you a taste of like Indian cuisine, but it wasn't really spicy at all.
See, I think there's a difference between, Indian food or Pakistani food or Bangladeshi food, where they cook using, um the basic, spices. I think there's a big difference to that. I mean, when I used to watch my friend cooking, she would use, I mean, she would have jars of spice and cook it completely from, using the spices and mixing them all together and that. And I think there's a big difference in that kind of, taste, too, if somebody's just done a dish and then chopped up a whole of red peppers and put, red chilies on it. I think there's a big difference there. And I think the one where the spices come from original spices are probably easier to eat. I think you generally would get better, or get more sort of, capable of eating them. I'm gonna run off because my battery's going on my hi hippie. Nice to see you. My battery's going on my mouse. So what I want you to do, Edna, is just chat. Talk about spices. I'll be 2 seconds. Okay.
All right. No worries. I got it. So let's see here. Hippie Easter. Hey, how's it going? Did I miss anyone? Fish. We have Capone. And yeah, that's everybody. So tell me, I had a great day at work. Every other week I have to have a meeting with my manager, and it went well. How's work going for you, Capone? Sorry, this is hard to do. I don't know what drama Jan is watching, because I think the drama's heating up. What was going on with Kaya, where she was raging? I missed that. Because your mama was covering that.
What was that? What was he covering?
Kaya raging.
Oh, okay. What was Kaya raging about?
I don't know. She was on for like 5 hours this morning.
No.
I don't know what she was talking about. I mean, obviously she was talking about foodie and what have you, but I think it was so funny because I'm like, I love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not like judging or anything, because I like the company just to have like somebody going on over in the corner. But I just think it's kind of funny in the middle of the night just to be talking about food and beauty.
Yeah. See, I can't. Right. Okay. I'm fiddling about with me. That should be all right now. Yes. Okay. Kaya is raging.
So, Jen, are you gonna take the challenge? Are you? How are you gonna address the? No. Okay. Well, there we have it. So it's official. Jan's views will not be doing the 1 chip challenge.
What, did somebody ask me to do it?
Yeah, I told Jan. You're so busy fiddling with your mouth.
Sorry, I'm done now.
Bally's chat. No, it's okay.
Oh, Bally was asking me to do it.
No, Bally wasn't asking. I was in Bally's chat, and it was. I think it was DJ Doors. She was like, "Is Jan gonna do the 1 chip challenge?"
I was already on my way here. Doors is. You know what's so amusing is that, you know, all these people are, oh, Jan only gets 5 people in her chat. Well, how come they all know about about the live stream then? It's like, it's what?
Oh yeah, everybody. Yeah,
it does make me laugh. It does make me laugh. But anyway, tonight we're going to be doing something other than Girl World, because I'm kind of done.
Okay.
What fish were you saying? Random fish. I should do 1,000 chip challenge. Yeah, 1,000 bland chips. Listen, it's only because I like my food and I know how to like spice it up. So I would rather start with a bland meal and then add little accrudiments to it. See what I mean? Anyway.
Yes. How many chips are in your bag? Is in a bag of chips?
Oh God, I don't know. It depends. What if we get fish?
Don't tell you no. Oh no, we're talking about potato chips, American chips, Jan.
Okay. Well, yeah, I don't know anything about them. Yes, I heard
about
the I heard.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, Edna, you're
this
so
is
adorable.
A serious topic. We should be serious.
Yes, stop. Yes. Yeah, that's really sad, isn't it? I don't know much about her, to be fair.
Wendy Williams was that girl, Jan. She was so messy. She started on the radio, then she had a TV show and a television show, and it was so bad that like nobody wanted to go on for like the first season or 2. It was so funny. And then like as she got like more and more popular and everything, then she started getting more like B and A-list celebrities. But before it was rough, you know, but her hot topics were it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but listen, you're in America. I'm not in America. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
It's time. It's time for this. time for that. And tonight, I'm going to try and get us over to there. That's better. Tonight, you won't believe what's on the news. We're not doing any more of this, all right? Because I'm fed up with it. Fed up with the girl world fake outrage and all that that's still going on and continues to go on and will go on while people pay any mind to it. No, it's not about that. It's about this. It's about Mr. Snowflake is still unfounded. They still
with that
found him.
documentary, huh?
He's gone missing. And yeah. Okay. Now, I've got a slight advantage over you Americans. I've got a British sense of humour, which obviously they do. They have a British sense of humour. Okay. They are going to be laughing their heads off. Mr. Snowflake is going to be laughing, and I love that for him. And the main reason I love it is because it's British sense of humour. So, Mr. Snowflake's best bud speaks out on the disappearance of the white fluffy one. It's very worrying news, guys. Jimmy Bunker puts out numerous appeals for sightings of a snowflake. Okay. Now, you may all ask, who is Jimmy Bunker? Do you know what? Quite interesting. This is Jimmy Bunker's YouTube channel. And I've sort of been keeping an eye on, okay, I may have subscribed. I've been keeping an eye on him because it's just so funny. And I do wonder whether you Americans have any idea what's going on, because I've got a feeling none of you know what's actually going on. And that this is done purposely. Okay, this is a way of gaining, keeping the attention that was once on him. I know that some people are saying, "Oh, where's he gone? Where's he gone?" And coming out with all different scenarios, saying all sorts of things. Oh, well, he's been found out to be this kind of guy, or he's been caught doing this, which is just typical girl world nonsense. Okay, so what I wanted to do was have a look. I wanted to have a look at Jimmy Bunker's YouTube, because he makes me laugh, I have to say. Right, how do we get rid of this? Let's get rid of that bit. Put that there, put that there. Right, so you're going to have to get used to the accent. Hopefully you'll understand the accent. Right. What have you said? Who's Alan Penis? Right. Okay. Alan Penis is a cat who a stray cat, from what I can tell, who used to come visiting Mr. Snowflake's house. And I think Mr. Snowflake may have adopted him. Not 100% sure, but I think he has. So he asked his audience, which is a bit of a silly thing to do. He asked his audience what he should call the cat. And the audience said, Alan Penis. So it looks like that's what he's done.
Mr. Snowflake and Alan Penis doesn't even sound right.
So if you could read that there, it says last seen sitting in his car shouting Alan Penis on a live stream. I see you're not laughing. It must be a British thing. I'm sorry.
This is a strange story. I don't follow Mr. Snowflake. Is he really missing? Is this part of what he does? He goes,
Well, wait until you find out. Right. Hi, Kimberlina. I hope you're well, darling. Right. The story is Mr. Snowflake is going to be doing a documentary on foodie, right? So, he put out this fantastic trailer. He's very talented, and I think his buddy, Jimmy Bunker, is also very skilled when it comes to editing and so forth. So I've lost the track. Anyway, so he put out this trailer, and the world, well, not the world, girl world went crazy. So he then did a live stream.
Oh, I haven't seen it.
He did a live stream, and of course, everybody was over there saying, well, don't forget to add this, and you got to know about that. And did you know that this happened, that she did this? Anyway, it was just mad. It was mad. I think it was the first live stream that he's ever done, or he's not done very many live streams. And there was 1,400 people in there. That's how many people dislike Foodie. So yeah. So then there were all these different. I mean,
Wait,
did.
Is that not a lot for him? I thought he was a big name.
See,
or like a bigger name.
He is a big name. He is a big name.
But 1,400 is still like that was like a lot of numbers for him.
Yeah. Yeah, okay. It was.
I mean, like, look, Jen, I don't want anybody to listen to this and be like, Edna with 8 people in the chat talking about 1,400 isn't a lot. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that I thought that was typical for Mr. Snowflake's numbers. That's all.
No, not when it came to live streams.
Oh, okay.
He gets a lot of views on his videos, but I can't remember the last time he did a live stream. I remember him saying at the time he hadn't done a live stream for a long, long time.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking at this picture. Can you see here? Hang on, let me click on there. Can you see this bit? It says, for a good time, call Scott. 555.
Is that Jimmy's?
I don't know who it is. Edna, I don't know who it is.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Dude, anyway. This is a weird part of YouTube I'm not familiar with. I'm telling you that Mr. Snowflake with that face paint is weirding me out.
I thought it was quite good.
Okay.
Anyway, yes, you're right. You're right, Random Fish. The live stream will probably gain numbers after its initial play. Yeah. Anyway, that's by the by. We'll get there in the end once Edna stops asking silly questions. Anyway, so I want to play this short that I think Jimmy Bunker put up today. It just tickled me. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to bring that on to Drama Friday tonight. It's so much better than listening to all these other ones saying, well, I'm going to take you to court because you said this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to take you to court because... Shut up. Fed up with it. Anyway, so let's play this.
Hi, Bunker boys and Bunker girls. It's Jimmy. I just wanted to make this video as an appeal. Please help me find my friend, Mr. Snowflake. I'm very worried about him. His last known location was
Mr.
the dark side of Reddit.
He works out, huh?
I and his family are very concerned about his well-being. If anybody has seen Mr. Snowflake, just leave a comment. Thank you.
Jan, could you imagine if like
Hi, Bunker boys
really
and Bunker
happened and people use like your online persona information, because that's probably what people most know you as? They'll be so embarrassed. I'd be like, don't even find me. I'm like, go just move on.
I know. So what I want to do, because it makes me laugh anyway, and I know you won't understand, but never mind, some people might. Right, Jimmy Bunker, I wanted to show you what this guy is actually like. Now, he did this 7 days ago. All right. Let's go into that. Right, now, when I say about the editing, you'll be able to notice it here. Now, Jimmy Bunker's actually only got 3K subs, but what's his name? Mr. Snowflake has got a lot more. He's got over 100k. So not that that means anything, but let me just fiddle about with this so you can get the best of it. Right. Okay. Are we ready? We're really ready. Right. Okay. Let's go. This made me laugh. See what I mean about the editing? It's very good. Very good.
Yeah, absolutely.
The only other YouTuber that I've heard say they're an empath
Look
was
at that
Shane
chair.
Dawson. He was very empathetic to his cat's crotch. Was it a cat or a dog? Was it a dog's crotch?
I think it was a cat.
Oh, was it?
I think it was everything.
No.
That is quite a
Did
beard.
this to a dog.
Jen, I've
bits,
recently
and
gotten
then he-
interested in facial hair. I'm sorry, I'm getting off track. Let's focus. I'm gonna mute myself. Go ahead.
Right, are we done, Edna? Okay. Right, the chair. That's called,
That is
that-
quite a beard. That is a thick. I'm
that's a full-grown beard. Both my sons
that
have
is a
got
man
beards.
right there. Yeah.
Both my sons have got beards. One of my sons had a beard at 15. And that's probably because his father is Irish. And yeah, they tend to be a bit hairy. What can I say? Anyway, so yeah, are we listening now, Edna? Can we go?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Oh
Sorry,
yeah, what I
guys.
was
I'm
gonna say,
watching.
the chair. If I click
It's
on that,
lovely, isn't it?
it is a wingback. And back in the day, a few years ago, I took up upholstery, and I used to upholster wingback chairs. And I'm just trying to think. No, I haven't got a picture of one. I've actually got a chair here, which is it's a bit like a wingback that I upholstered, but it's a bit smaller and not as high. So yeah. Who is the bearded man? The bearded man is Mr. Snowflake's best friend. Okay.
Jimmy Bunker.
Jimmy Bunker. Bunker. Right, okay.
Bunker.
Bunker.
He did stuff to a cat. Empathy.
Now, if those that are clever will recognize that voice in the background is Mr. Snowflake. Anyway,
Do that again. The outtakes are going to
Why
be
is he
great.
sweating so much? He's nervous talking about this animal's genitalia.
So sweaty, sorry.
Right at the end of where you got empathy.
Right, I'm ready.
yeah, he's a cheeky lad. They're both very cheeky lads. But I don't know if you recognize the accent yet because Edna keeps talking, but they're both northerners. Both come from up north. I would say maybe Newcastle is where they come from.
Right.
Is that a city?
The only
I don't know.
How do you
Yeah.
categorize Newcastle?
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
Newcastle. Yeah, yeah. Over here.
Jen, you don't sound very confident.
No,
Do we know
over
what a
here.
city is? How are we?
Why? Yeah, someone knows. Someone knows the Brits. It's that Capone. I had to do something simple, but in retrospect, I would have enjoyed some homemade naan with. Oh, I don't know why I clicked on that. He's a Geordie. That's it. He's a Geordie lad. Well, this is all going really well. I'm glad you're all paying attention. Right. Okay, let's go back to Jimmy Bunker. So I would say, being a southerner, I would say Jimmy Bunker. Being a northerner, they would say Jimmy Bunker. Jimmy Bunker, they would say, or bonk. Yeah, They would.
The other YouTuber I've ever heard call themselves an empath was Shane Dawson. And he was very empathetic towards his cats.
Oh, you're an empath. Jen, I feel like he's roasting you. He's about to. Have you watched this?
He's talking about Shane Dawson. Do you know who Shane Dawson is?
I've heard of him.
Right, okay. Let's carry on.
Penis. Said it wrong. Right, 2 seconds. Is this what Amber sounded like at the beginning? She sounds completely different. Did I sound different when I first started doing YouTube? That's a lie. I tried to do a voice, I did it wrong. That's a lie.
Does he look at
Because
me
she's
at
got
first
like a
or-
baby voice, doesn't she?
Oh, because he's watching it, and then does he look at me and go, is that what she sounded like? Because he's shocked, because he's the audience.
All right.
Because a lot of them won't have seen it. So, yeah. You watch it and you go, and you look at me.
Right. Is it on? So I've had it on this.
Us Brits are normally a bit more professional, but hey, I mean, I like the scene. I like the scene they've got there. I personally wouldn't have had the door on the left-hand side. I would have covered that up. But I like that wallpaper and I like the chair. What do you think, Edna? You like the wallpaper and the chair? Do you like the colour? Oh, Capone's in an argumentative mood. She thinks it's bland, but I like the colour though, Capone, don't you?
Fish, no.
You don't.
You know what? From this angle, this is a weird angle, to be honest. I feel like I'm standing over him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm talking about the framing. I think the framing's poor. I'll have to have a word with them. But anyway,
What is he talking about? He said behind the scenes of victims.
Also the lighting's very bad. It's very dark. Hang on, let's click on that.
Oh, the lighting is horrendous.
That area. But then
The shadow,
I think it works when, you know, if you're trying to get like an atmospheric feel to the scene, and I think that's what they're trying to get here, and I think it works. They just needed to lose that. Don't have that there. That spoils it. Okay, that's
well, that's like the ghost figure. Hey, Bally, woo! It's a party now.
Hi,
DJ Doris.
Hi, Bally. How are you, darling? Are you good? Lended my life to come hang. Oh, you ended your life to come hang. Oh, thank you. Anyways, had nothing to share outside. I hope all you lovelies are doing. Yes, we're all good. We're all good. And we're trying very hard not to talk about all the other crap, you know, all this bloody fabricated nonsense that's going on. So we're looking at this young man, is Mr. Snowflake's best buddy. So
are they roommates?
Yeah. He's what?
Are they roommates?
I don't think so. I think Mr. Snowflake is married.
Okay.
We've got, hang on, who's this? DJ Doris.
Yeah, that's who asked for you to do the one chip challenge.
I'm not
Doris,
doing that.
Go back. You have to go back to the beginning. But yeah, I was gonna build up some suspense, Jan. But yeah, she's not doing it.
I'm not doing it, Doris. No, I'm sorry, honey.
Sorry.
I don't do things like that.
She's too classy.
Anyway, so if I have to tell everybody, because Edna keeps breaking it up and but anyway, this is Jimmy Bunker. Now, the video is called Behind the Scenes of Victims of an Empath. Now, Victims of an Empath was a thingy bob. Oh, someone's come for the one. I'm not doing it, Pookie.
Pookie.
Lord, I'm not doing
They
it.
didn't comfort that. They're being silly, Jan. Don't let them distract you. Okay, so who's the empath?
I can
Amberly?
only deal with one distractor
That's me.
on my live stream, and that's you, honey. You know it's
Cut
you.
it out, chat. Get it. Keep it together.
Yeah, Victims of an Empath was Mr. Snowflake's documentary. Very, very good documentary he did on Amberlynn Reid. I suggest you go and watch it. Now, this is behind the scenes of Victims of an Empath, put on Jimmy Bunker's channel, who is Mr. Snowflake's bestie. And yeah, that's it. So let's carry on.
You can leave that in. People probably think Crystal's.
Oh, it looks like
smiling
he's
there,
married
but that's
too.
discomfort. That's uncomfortable.
I think they're both married, which probably means they're not roomies. Okay, Edna, is that okay? Can you understand that now?
You figured it out.
Bye, Capone. Thanks for coming, darling.
Bye. No promises.
I think we can safely say they're not roomies. All right.
Okay.
Okay. Let's go.
Well,
Right,
come
let's
on.
skip along because it seems to be. Right,
You
okay.
change it.
If the dad said, "Jump off a bridge," would you? What am I saying again?
Anything you want.
So you're saying it was good to send children up chimneys?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just.
You wrote it.
What you just said.
Jan, can we get some subtitles? What is he talking
The-
about?
the what?
Translation? What is he saying?
You can't understand it.
Not a word.
Well, they're trying to. I don't know. I don't know. What did he just? I don't know. Just pay attention. Right, come on.
Okay.
Just listen.
Listen harder.
Edna.
Got you.
Listen, for goodness sake. Right.
Poor thing.
Oh yeah, he was saying about going up, sending kids up chimney stacks. That's what he was saying. But anyway, this is all going rather well. We're going to
He's got
skip this.
two
in a minute.
jobs, two chores, dishes. Missed my finger there. But Amber does say we live in a society a lot. I'm sure the Joker does, doesn't he? I mean, she looks more like the Penguin than the Joker. Anyway. Got that. She was a Yadawan. She was comfortable. I can't remember what I said. Discomfort. I'm having discomfort. Ready? I was doing different moves.
I like it. So this.
Okay, you probably don't understand. What he's doing is when he claps, it's the same as like, if someone's filming and they do the thing, the sort of clapboard. So that's what he's doing. And what they're doing is they're shooting a part of the video. Okay, which means absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing to you guys. So I don't know why I thought it was a good idea, but I just thought it might be. Okay. Okay, and they're going over what I think they're actually doing the narration for the Victims of an Empath. Okay, I'm trying one last time, guys, then we're moving on. All right.
Does he know that he's on camera?
Why do you think he's doing the clapboard if he doesn't know he's on camera?
I don't understand the poor setup. But
Well,
I don't know. Maybe I have to see the scenes because the behind the scenes has me confused.
Yeah. Sorry, darling. Right, okay. Let's just move on a fraction more, and then I think we're going to give up on this one, and we're going to look at other things. Okay. This is actually a behind the scenes view. Okay. Now, this guy is very funny. And so, you know, some of his actions that he does, I think he's very comedic. Yes, someone's got it. The clapboard to
No, I
link
know.
the audio with the visual in editing.
Yeah.
Yes.
I,
See,
I I misspoke. I asked it wrong. But what I mean is this shot meant to be seen? Because it doesn't feel as if this is meant to be part of like the polished production.
yeah, I know. I know what you're saying, but what I'm trying to say is they're filming it, but they're filming it in bits and pieces. Okay.
Okay.
Right. I think what we'll do, just to make it a little clearer, is come out of there and go into, what was it called? Victims of an empath.
Yeah, victims of an impact.
Empath. Right, this is it here. Okay, this is what they were doing. Okay, now this is Mr. Snowflake's channel, and this is the last one that he did. Now I don't know which one it was. Let me see. Let's just play this bit. Okay.
Dana. Okay, sorry.
My fiance told me that she's calling me an abuser and a rapist.
So not only was I being physically abused, but I was pretty much being like raped. RAPE, rain and petals, eavesdrop. I used the wrong word. Rain and petals, eavesdrop. I used the wrong word.
That got my blood
Rain
boiling
and petals, eavesdrop.
because that's not true.
This is really good editing.
And this is exactly why Foodie went into panic mode when she found out that Mrs. Snowflake was going to be doing a video on her. Despite him having a wonderful sense of humor, which you can see, like, you know, with the clown face and, you know, other things that he's done, he's also an excellent documentary maker. And people seem to forget that.
I'll be scared too. This looks professional. I would think
It
this
is.
you would
It
see this
is.
on TV somewhere.
It's really good. And, you know, people don't realize how hard it is to make something like this. I mean, all right, they, you know, most editors, okay, I'll be honest with you, most editors depend on the editing software that they use. I don't know what he uses. I don't know whether he uses Final Cut. I don't know whether he uses Adobe, whatever, but he does it so well. And yeah, I can understand Foodie being a little scared, but then if she wasn't such an evil person, she wouldn't have anything to be worried about. Because if he was doing a documentary on me, I'd be like, yay! I'll tell you what else you can put in it.
See, the thing is, Jen, she's trying, but she has no clue what she's doing.
Who?
So, Foodie.
Oh, stop it. Right, let's get on to this now. I'm not getting on to that again. No.
Okay.
I'm not getting on to that. She's no. Okay.
All right. Can we speed it up a little bit? Oh, it's only a minute. So can we see the trailer that he did for Foodie?
Right. Okay. Right. As Random Fish says, Foodie can't gaslight me, Mr. Snowflake, no matter how funny and mild he appears. Exactly. Exactly, Random Fish. Right, so there's that one. And then let's see if we can. That was just the trailer. So let's see if we can find The one where, I mean, he did accredit Mr. Jimmy Bunker in that one. So let's just say it was absolutely gripping what he'd done there. Right, okay.
How to do that to me. I'm scared though. Like, what do? I feel like I smelled bad.
Right, hang on. Now, what I want to do is try and find the bits where Jimmy Bunker appears, because then you'll understand. Because I've
Right.
already looked at this one. Right, does Jimmy Bunker appear in this? I don't know if he does.
I feel like he.
Oh, look, he's got Todd Grande on there.
Oh,
Love me some Todd Grande.
yeah.
Let's see who else he's got on there. I want to see if we can find. I don't think Jimmy Bunker's on this one. Let's
Okay,
see.
so now that shot makes more sense because they didn't actually use it.
There we are. There we are. Right, now watch this. Please, Edna. Please just watch it.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Amber admits to falsely accusing people of child molestation. Okay, let's go.
Oh, me saying it was my dad's friend, 100,000%. I said that for a long time. Yes, I did. Because this cousin lived with me and my parents and my brother. So for a long time when I was younger, like especially my teenage years, I did say it was someone that was not related to me. Yes, I did.
So she said it was her father's friends when it wasn't, but then they did later on. I think. I'm confused.
Right,
Yes, I
because
did.
didn't she end up taking it back altogether?
I don't know. But can you understand what they were doing there now? They were cutting into.
It goes back to his great editing.
Yeah, and it works because of the, it's very ambient and atmospheric, the way that they've shot it, and it works really well with this documentary. Right.
Miss Natalie, I think you were confused. I said I was molested by a cousin, but I was really, like harassed. I don't know the best way to describe that, by a lot of my dad's friends while I was a teenager. Yes.
Said assaulted. Definitely said assaulted, not harassed. Assaulted, which is all serious claims.
So when I say that my dad's friends sexually like assaulted me, I mean that in the sense of like sexually harassed me. It's not assault. Thank you. That is a completely different situation compared to when I was molested when I was a child. That is a completely different story.
That's definitely not what Amber said. She said assaulted, not harassed, assaulted. And they're two very different things.
When you were harassed by your dad's friends as a teenager, did they ever
So you get that now, do you?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Okay, I like the closer shot because ever since Jan said the door with the coat hanging, it distracts me. I'm sorry, random fish. I can't help it.
You picked it out. I wouldn't have thought about it.
Yeah, it's definitely, to me, it sort of spoils the look. But look, if you look there, like the next bit, just play that bit and you'll see that they've taken that out a bit. They're jolly good. They're very clever men. These two men are clever men. Now, I understand in his bio, he says he's an educator. So, yeah, he's an intelligent man, bit like me. I was an educator. I don't educate anymore, but I was one. So, yeah,
I got that today, Jan.
They're not stupid men. And what I like is, I love the way they put these together. And people have no idea how how much time it takes to do that. I agree with you, random fish. I agree with you. They could have masked out the door very easily. And now when you see it, you know, when I was saying it was very dark on this side, it kind of works because the light is sort of coming from here and it just catches that. You know, it does work. But I still think, even if they just hung, you know, a dark cloth there, it would have made a big difference just to sort of get rid of that or to angle the camera a fraction round, you know.
But you know what? I kind of like it because it just speaks to just kind of like the everyday man of this whole production, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think it's going to be very interesting to see, you know, what happens as regards you know, the
foodie.
new the foodie one. I think it's going to be
Yeah.
brilliant.
Can we watch Foodie's trailer?
Yeah, I'm going to find it. Let's put in what's his name? Mr. Snowflake.
Mr. Snowflake. Foodie Beauty trailer.
I don't know why he calls himself Mr. Snowflake. Mr. Snowflake.
Because I think snowflakes are like touchy, you know, like you know, special snowflakes. And I think he's playing off of the fact that he is one. I think we all are, you know, we're to a certain extent, that's how we're raised. We think we're special and that our opinions matter.
Hang on. So you've not watched this at all? I thought I played this once. Okay, all right. So this is the Foodie Beauty opening credits. Okay.
Whispers in your ear. You're the reason Daddy's not here. Liar tells you that success.
Oh, maybe you did. I remember us watching it and asking, what does he do?
Liar lead you to believe beauty and attention will meet your needs. Oh, look out for the lies.
Oh, there's two.
Promising you life, killing you inside. Look out for the lies. Don't try to compromise. Hold to what is right. Claim the truth and fight. Look out for the lies.
Do you know what I really hope? I think that's the end of it.
Do
you know what I really hope? I really hope that he does cover everything. That's what I hope. I hope he covers
That's a lot.
Absolutely everything. Does snowflake mean we're special or we're delicate? I think the connotation that I would make is that they're delicate. That's what I think. What do you think, Edna?
Yes, I agree.
Yay! Edna agrees with me. Right, we're going to have a break and then we're going to come back with something completely different, but something that I hope you're really going to enjoy. It's something that, you know, I've enjoyed. And as I say, it's something a little different. So let's have a little bit of a break. What have I got arranged for this break? Not a lot. So...
Okay.
We're just going to put that on. We're going to put the music on. We're going to just have a bit of a chillax, and then we're going to come back with something just a little different. So go and get yourselves a drink, and we'll see you very, very soon. And we're back. We're back in the room. Right, I promised you something different. And that's what we're going to have. Okay, we're going to have some of this. Now, I've been watching videos of Karens, and I was trying to find them for you. Couldn't find them. But what I found was something that was equally as entertaining, as dramatic, and just right for Drama Friday. So we're going to have a look at this, guys. We're going to have a look at this particular one tonight.
Introducing the hide and seek.
I couldn't believe how badly people behave. Now, I think there's Karens all across the world, and when I found that there's this YouTuber or YouTube channel that covers Karens, British Karens, I thought, oh, let's have a look see. So we're going to. Okay. Now, first of all, I'm going to stop that until that goes, because I get fed up with hearing adverts. Then we're going to stop. Right. Look. Now, I know that you Americans love to say London, the British. So I thought, what a better way. We're going to have a bit of a laugh at this. We can see what actually happens when Karens are out on the town, when Karens don't know how to behave themselves. So let's see. This video is actually named Karen messes with the wrong royal guard. I don't know if it's the right title, but anyway, let's just entertain ourselves for the next half an hour, shall we? And I'll stop every so often so Edna can say, what's going on? Are you there, Edna? Or are you still sort of wrestling with the kettle? Edna. Okay, we're not going to wait for Edna. We're going to carry on. Here we go. Edna. Karen messes with the wrong royal.
That Karen kind think they're some kind of royalty. So much so that they've even infected the British Royal Guards. So it's time to stand to attention as we bring you some of the best Karen-related Royal Guard moments on the internet today. This Karen decides to pick a...
I thought it was quite interesting that there was an American that's sort of narrating this. I'm like, oh, really? Okay. Edna, love, are you there yet?
Yeah, my computer just decided to kind of space out for a moment, I guess. But I'm back.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Now, you know what the Royal Guards are, do you? Edna?
Yes.
Do you know? Right. Okay. So the Royal Guards have to stand to attention at all times, even if they're on their horse. So yeah. So us Brits know not to tamper with them. You know, what else can I say? But there are some people who don't abide by rules. So let's have a look and see what happens.
Fight with a member of the King's Guard. She's just lucky they're riding one hell of a patient horse, or she'd be walking out of there with a hoof imprinted on her face.
Great.
The truth of the matter is that these horses will be used to being in public. That's the one thing. So it would be very unlikely to find a horse that would, you know, attack them. In my opinion anyway. Now the person that's filmed this actually speaks as he's filming it. So if you read along here, you can see what he's actually saying. He's telling this woman in no uncertain terms to grow up. Leave the horse alone. Right.
Go up. Get
off the ring!
There you are, idiot. Well, yeah. Hilarious, yeah? What a woman, honestly. Okay, let's see.
Go away, mate! Go away!
She's doing it on purpose. Stupid woman. It's always here, look. Idiot. Twice she's just done it.
I know this is
Right, so the police have stepped in now and said, you know, you've been told not to do that, so just don't do it. Now,
Right.
most people would be like, okay, officer, I'll step away.
She
Not,
continued.
not this person.
You just did it twice, sweetheart, and it's here on the camera.
Oh,
I'll do it again. I want to get up. Sorry about that one. Sorry. I won't. Don't you worry.
12 years.
Oh my God. She's so juvenile. It's like, it's insane. She's a grown woman.
Oh, honestly, what an absolute moron.
You can't touch your reins. You're not allowed to touch it.
She's correct in saying that you can pat the horses. You can go up and just pat the horse, but you can't touch the reins. Because we all know, I mean, I've only done horse riding a couple of times, and we all know that the horse reacts to the reins more than anything else. That's that's the way you communicate with a horse. So,
okay.
yeah, she's still not getting it, though. Are you with me, Edna?
Yes, Fish thinks she should be locked up for treason. Is that the punishment for this?
No. Treason is when you go against royalty, which isn't really, this wouldn't really be treason. This would just be being a bloody idiot and not paying attention to rules. I mean, maybe there is some sort of thing that she could be arrested for under the royal laws. I don't know, but it wouldn't be treason. I think lock her up for mutiny. Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine just interfering with police, police business. I know he's just. I mean, he's distracted by her foolishness from guarding.
Yeah, there probably is something. I don't know. I mean, I know that there have been people who have been arrested for shouting obscenities, like in a royal public event where people have been seen to try and possibly attack the royals, and they're whisked away really quickly. But I don't know if somebody who's acting like a 5-year-old around horses and doesn't understand that these people, the horse and the guards here are historical. You just don't. There's just some things you don't do. Okay. Oh, let's listen. My brother-in-law's cousin was arrested for mutiny, something when he was doing something mundane on a military boat. I was like, wow, mutiny is still a charge. It probably is. Isn't mutiny more about boats and things, though? Isn't it more? What's the word when it's about ships and things? Isn't it mutiny? Like mutiny on the county. It's more sort of, I want to say wayfaring. I don't know. I can't think of the word. Anyway, let's carry on with this gormless twat. Okay. Yeah. All right. She's all right there.
Really annoyed me.
What did you say, sir?
I don't talk to idiots. Move on.
Pardon?
You heard what I said. Get
You
lost.
call me a bloody idiot?
See, now he did the right thing. But she is obviously there. She's very antagonistic, and that's why she's doing it. It's her personality is just to antagonize, and that's exactly what she's doing with the guard and the horse. She's just antagonizing, and that's why she's paying no attention to either the police or the guard or the rules. She's just a very antagonistic person.
You are an idiot. You're acting like an idiot
You
in
are very
public.
rude.
I'm not being rude. I'm simply stating a
You are a
fact.
very rude boy.
I don't want to talk to you. Get lost.
You're a very rude boy.
I'm not going to film you. You're wasting your time.
Really?
Yep.
Stop
Bye.
being rude.
You don't exist. Bye.
Stop being rude.
Bye.
Stop being rude.
So why would she? That's exactly, that just proves actually why she's doing it. She's just doing it because she's an arsehole.
Go and get a life.
Wait, the woman who's here touching the reins in front of the kids is telling me to go get a life. I'll get a life when you get a brain. How about that?
I've got many.
I love that. I love that. I'll get a life when you go and get a brain. I love that. Maybe I should say that to somebody when they're coming for me in this stupid little girl world community. I love it.
Yeah, it's good.
So she's saying, I've got many brains. Thank you very much. I don't think she's British. Yeah, because that doesn't make sense. I've got many brains. No, you only have one brain. You only have one. Yeah, I should make a shirt with that, shouldn't I? So she's saying, I've got many brains. Thank you very much. No, you haven't, love. You've got one brain. And it doesn't work very well.
Thank you very much.
Doesn't sound like it.
Thank you very much.
Hilarious.
Excuse me. Don't you laugh at me.
Get lost. Go away.
Are you being very rude? You're being rude.
There you are. And there she is. She goes straight back to doing the same thing again. What a total
That's the same
arsehole.
woman.
Yeah. Of course it's the same
She
woman.
must be drunk.
All right, we'll show it again. You see, it's the same woman, Edna.
Let's see. It's a different coat.
Hilarious.
Excuse me. Don't you laugh at me.
Get lost. Go away.
Are you being very rude? You're being rude.
Right, this is a different one.
These guards quickly turned into Karens when they boot someone's shoes away instead of just stepping over them.
The way.
Whoa. I'd hardly call them Karens for doing that. Really? You know, they march everywhere they go. This woman here has just taken her shoes off and left them there. I think they've got every right to boot them away, to be honest.
I think they're both a little bit in the wrong. Like this woman just laid about in the street. I mean,
Exactly.
if that's the culture, I don't know, but that's weird. But also, I mean, they couldn't walk single. I mean, they're taking up so much space, especially with the way her shoes are. They probably would have stepped on her shoes, but I don't know. They didn't have to be so rude about it.
If you watch though, they're marching, right? You can't. You can't. Anyway, let's just watch it again. Whoa.
Arrest me, sir.
See, I would have done exactly the same thing if I was marching and these two women were just sat there with their shoes off. I mean, this actually is in the grounds of Buckingham Palace. So to be sat like that in the middle of Buckingham Palace is actually disrespectful. I mean, why are they sat there? You know, what, they think they're in a park or something? Yeah.
Right. That's what they
exactly.
look like. They're in the
just
park.
really sloppy. So why are they sat there, you know, in Buckingham Palace? Show a bit of respect. That's what I'd say. You know, some people, they don't know what respect is, I think.
Whoa. Arrest me, sir. Young lady, get out of the way, please.
I don't know who that was. Did you hear that? Someone shouted, "Young lady, get out the way, please." Yeah, I'm not even a royalist, and that's disrespectful. Yeah, I mean, I'm not a royalist. But
Mhm.
I would show respect. I wouldn't be like sat there with my shoes off in the middle of the grounds. No, I bet that. Well, I don't want to say. Don't want to say what nationality I think they are. I nearly said it.
Oh, what do you think they are?
What do you think?
I don't know.
I've got a
American?
good idea. I got a good idea. Look at that beautiful horse. I love horses.
Yeah.
I love them. I quite often repost videos on Twitter and Instagram of horses, especially Frisian horses. They are glorious animals, absolutely beautiful animals. Hey, that's all right. It's just joking.
Oh, so they are allowed to. So people are allowed to just touch the horse.
Yeah, that's what I said. They are allowed to touch them. They're allowed to stroke the horses. One thing they're not allowed to do is to touch the reins.
Gotcha.
You know, because the reins are what controls the horse. They are beautiful.
I mean, I heard you, but I kind of didn't believe you. But yeah, sorry, Jan.
That's all right, lovely. I think I've stroked them before.
Wow.
I don't generally go for the nose. I normally go for the side of the head though, because I'm scared of
Okay.
them. I'm actually scared of them because they're so big and their eyes are so massive. But I love them. I just adore them. I just think they're stunningly beautiful. I love a lot of animals. A lot. I'm a real sort of animal lover, especially wild animals. But I think horses are probably one of the most beautiful of God's creatures. I really believe that. And lions and tigers, I think those three are just beautiful, stunning.
Yeah. I love big cats.
Yeah, so do I. I don't know enough about horses to know what the horse means when it shakes its head up and down. Does that mean it doesn't like it, or what
I have
does that
no
mean?
clue.
I don't know.
It looks like it's almost asking to be pet on the top of the head.
Yeah. So he shouted at her to get back. I don't know why. I don't know why he shouted at her to get back. I think, you know, they have to be very careful because at the end of the day, if the horse hurts somebody, then it's going to be blamed on them. But there are signs around there that says that horses will bite or kick. So, you know, so there is a warning.
Well, yeah. You know, anybody that goes up to a wild animal think you're getting any kind of guarantee.
I know.
Like, good luck cashing in on that.
Oh, I love watching the big cats run with all their muscles contracting. Me too. But I think you can see that better on a horse, can't you? Because they've got shorter fur and or shorter hair. Oh my God. I saw this picture of the most beautiful horse the other day. I wish I'd clipped it actually. And it was so shiny. It was like, oh my God. I'm like, yeah, I just love it. I just love it. I'm just thinking.
I think like a panther would be just as like, you know, could show the contraction and like the muscles and everything.
Yeah,
Really
you're
well.
right. Yeah, you're right. A panther. I like panthers too. I don't know what's going on here. Shall we move forward a bit? Let's move
Sure.
forward a bit. Okay.
It seems not only just that ridiculous hat has got to their head, as this royal guard has clearly gone mad.
Okay, so this American is calling the Beefeater a ridiculous hat. It's historical. It's historical. That's why they wear it.
What is it called?
It's called a Beefeater.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what it signifies. I think it's like the lowest ranking in the Royal Guards. I'm not sure. I could be wrong, but I don't want to click off here. Hang on, I could do. Let's just see what it signifies. Right. Is there a connection with the Russian hats like that? Oh, I don't know. I doubt it. I doubt it. Let me see. Okay, so I've lost that now. Let's put Beefeater hats. Right, bearskin. Okay, all right. So, all right. Let's see. So I put in Beefeater hats, but they're called bearskin. Okay. What is a Beefeater hat called?
I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, a bearskin is a tall fur cap derived from mitre caps worn by grenadier units in the 17th and 18th centuries. Initially worn by only grenadiers, its usage was extended to several other military units in the 19th century. So that's a bearskin. If we have a look at that. Right.
Probably just for warmth. I mean, it's like, why would anybody wear a cap?
It's not for warmth. It's not for warmth.
You don't think so?
Of course it's not. They wear it in the summer.
Okay. Yeah, but maybe I don't know. Okay. I think it started off first. All that fur
it's
is
not for warmth, darling. It's just that a certain part of the army, of the British Army, of the grenadier units, okay? Now, a grenadier was historically an explosives engineering assault specialist soldier who threw hand grenades in siege operation battles. The distinct combat function of the grenadier was established in the mid-17th century when grenadiers were recruited from amongst the different factors of the services, I should think. Right, let's see it. What is the use? Okay, use of the bearskin caps evolved from mitre caps. Oh, that's quite a religious one. Oh, yeah, the mitre or mitre is a type of headgear now known as the traditional ceremonial headdress of bishops and certain abbots in traditional Christianity. Mitres are worn in the Catholic Church, Eastern Orthodox Church, Oriental Orthodox churches, and other churches. Used by grenadier units, which I've just read about. They adopted the mitre cap in favour of wide-brimmed caps in the 17th century to provide them with greater mobility when throwing grenades. God knows how that worked. To prevent the mitre cap from sagging and to provide it with a more impressive appearance, mitre caps were adorned with a metal front plate of fur. Mitre caps with metal front plates were first adopted by the Prussian army and were later adopted by other Protestant countries, although the trimming of mitre caps with fur became more prevalent in Roman Catholic countries. So it's not explaining contemporary use. Right, okay. As of 2020, there were 14 countries whose militaries used bearskin as a part of their ceremonial uniforms. Some of these units wear bearskins made of real bear fur. Don't like that. While other units use caps made of synthetic fibers. In addition to military units, several civilian marching bands have also incorporated the bearskin cap as a part of their uniforms. So you've got Australia use them, Belgium, Canada, because Canada is linked to Britain anyway. But does it say? Also, Denmark, Italy, Kenya, that makes sense. Kenya, Netherlands, Spain, loads of countries. Okay. Still doesn't say why they wear it, and I can assure you it's got nothing to do with keeping them warm. Nothing to do. Right, okay, let's put in okay, let's go back to Google and let's put in why do God, oh, there we go, first thing that came up. All right, okay, let's answer this for Edna. Right, why do the Queen's Guard wear bearskins? Okay, answer, the origins of that of every gunner. So they're, as I said, they're a part of the military over here. See, it's difficult to explain because you guys don't have that history, do you? The French wore them to make them taller because the French as a nation are thought to be quite short. They actually are, I think. Right, okay. Why do the Royal Guard wear bearskin hats? Okay.
Beefeaters.
To make the soldiers. Right, okay. They're still going back to history and saying that it's just to make the soldiers appear taller and more intimidating when in combat. But I can't imagine. I can't imagine. I forgot what I was going to say. Why are the Royal Guards hats? In the past, they were worn to make the men look taller. That's all they keep saying. I don't know why they still wear them, but they do. Right. Do the King's Guards, I don't call him a king. Do the Queen's Guards carry live ammunition? That's interesting. The weapon they are carrying at that post has no rounds in it, but that can be changed extremely quickly. Every place those red guards are at also has an armory with live ammo. In cases of emergencies, all the Royal Guards can be fully armed with loaded firemen extremely quickly. Because what people don't realise is these are real soldiers. You know, they're real soldiers.
Right.
Why can't we touch Royal Guards? Why would you want to? If you even try, they will shout at you louder than you've ever been shouted at in your life. Do not interfere with the Queen's Guards, or words to that effect. If that doesn't stop you, you'll get a hard shove. After that, well, you're carrying a rifle. They're carrying a rifle with a bayonet fixed. You really don't want to push it. Are there any
Jen, I have a
females?
question for you.
What, darling?
Okay, so with the king having cancer now, is like the other brother on notice where he's gonna have to like potentially take over?
His son will be on. His son will be on notice.
Right.
Yeah.
So he
because
is.
the next one down is the one who's going to come up. Is William.
That's right, William.
Yeah. So William is Charles's son. So he will be the one that comes. Yeah, he will be the one that becomes king.
So he's already. So he's now on notice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's serious.
Right.
So how come Camilla couldn't run as like queen-in-law?
She would never be queen, ever.
Why not?
Ever. Because she's the only person you can only come down through a royal lineage. Okay, so she's not a royal. She's not. She's just married to a royal. It's the same as if Charles and Charles.
You mean Williams and Kate?
Yeah, I'm talking of Kate and William. Kate will never be queen because if anything happened to William, it would then go down to his son. It's very it's all about the men. Now, if William didn't have a son, then it would go to his daughter, and that's how Queen Elizabeth became Queen Elizabeth, because it's the royal lineage. They have to they have to have been born royal. So all this Queen Camilla, no, she's not a queen. She never will be a queen. But they call her a queen consort, which means that she's not a real queen. It means that she's married to the king. But I don't accept the king. I don't accept the king whatsoever. I despise him with a passion because I think he's racist. I think he was what he did to Diana was disgusting. And but of course he's got away with it. It's like anyone in power gets away with it, and he's got away with it, and he now flaunts this woman who he was having an affair with while he was married to a young girl that was picked specifically to bear him children. That's it. So
that's
no.
what's crazy.
Yeah, I will never ever accept King Charles ever. I would accept William because he is, Charles's son. That's a different thing. I would accept King William, but I would never accept King Charles. I think he's disgusting. I think he's a racist, and I just don't like them. I think that generation, Charles's generation, is very very damaging to Britain, and also to the way the country is trying to move forward. And I don't think it'll ever move forward until they get rid of that generation. There are a lot of secrets in the royals, and there are a lot of people that hide the secrets because at the end of the day they're royals, and that's not fair when there are people that are have been very hurt by what they've done in the past, and I don't like that. I mean, if I could obliterate that generation of royals, I would. Now that would be treason. If I said that in a public place, then I could be done for treason.
Jim, we're on the internet. That's
I
not
know.
public?
I should stop right now, but I don't care.
You should.
No, because there are a lot of people that feel the same way. And I've seen it. I've seen it for myself. I've witnessed it myself. But having said that, I'm British. I love the royal family, if that makes sense. I love the pomp and circumstance of the royal family.
Right.
But I don't like them individually, if that makes sense. And I think what they've tried to do to Meghan and Harry is disgusting. It's just, it's on another level. And that's why I do my videos on that therapist that I call a therapist on treason, because she is just so against. She's a royalist in that,
Mhm.
you know, she loves Charles and she loves Camilla and she loves William. She loves all the people that do the damage. You know, the royal family and England could have been such a different place if they had accepted Meghan. You know, to have Meghan in the royal family was so important to black people or
Right.
mixed race people or any people of color. So to see what they've done to her is just it doesn't surprise me, because I've spent my life living here. I've spent my life living with systematic racism, and it's not something that goes in the blink of an eye. It's something that runs through the whole of the country. You know, there's still places in England that are very, very racist, you know. Um, and although they don't
You
go
know what,
shooting
Jen?
each
I guess
other up,
it's a bit surprising because, like, in America, I feel like when you deal with racism, somebody, falls in love with somebody of another race, and then you have mixed grandchildren, and then people, after so many years, you learn to love, and so it's kind of weird to be like, even after grandchildren, after the children have been born, and that they just still are holding so tight to, like, to just disliking her or not wanting to accept her.
um, yeah. I mean,
No?
yeah, I am listening, but I'm also looking at what Random Fisher said. Down with the Commonwealth, down with Charles, down with the therapist. But I agree 100%. Yeah. You know, it's all very well. I don't think, and I'm not putting people down, I don't think the Americans fully understand it. Um, Especially the black Americans. They don't understand it. The joy I felt when I realized that
Jen, you act like
Harry was
she's not
given.
African American. We felt that joy too.
Right, okay. The joy I felt,
I'm sorry.
the joy I felt of, yeah, yeah, I agree with you. And do you know what? I think that was in her mind, Hippie. I really do. I think she knew what Charles was like, and that's why she hang on for so long to her position as queen. And I will always love our queen. I loved our queen. It was the queen that I grew up with. Um, I didn't love what she or what the royals stand for, in that, it's all whiter than white, it's purer than pure. But no, it shouldn't be like that. And even though her husband wasn't even English, the Queen's husband, no, what was he? Was he German? What nationality was he wasn't even English. Um, but that's by the by. But the point I'm trying to make is, as a British mixed race person, to see our, our royal family, a member of the royal family marrying a mixed race person is indescribable. It was fantastic. And that wedding, when she brought in the gospel singers, and, there were black people that weren't just
Yes.
allowed to go because they are part of the Commonwealth. They went because they were her family. People have no idea what that means. And I'm sorry, Edna, but you don't understand it. You don't understand that feeling. And it's just really sad that after that happened, how long did she last there? How long did she last in that racist family? Disgusting. I'm sorry. I shouldn't go off like that. But yeah, I hate it. I hate what they did to her. And then you've got all these people saying, oh, yeah, but I don't like Meghan because Meghan this and Meghan that. Listen, it's the whole point. It could have been monumental. It could have been monumental to Britain as a country. You know? People don't understand that. And I think you have to be British to fully understand the implications of it. And of course, it wasn't going to last. And I'm so glad that Harry took her away. I'm so glad. And that boy, who I never really thought much about before, to be honest, I didn't know much about him. He was always getting in this bit of trouble and that bit of trouble. I wasn't really that bothered. But for him to have the strength to do that is mind-blowing, And then you get the gutter press and you get, all these different presses around the world, like in America and that, saying, oh, yeah, well, Harry's this, Harry's that. Leave the boy alone. He's the one strong boy. He lost his mother when he was about 7 years old and had to be brought up by a racist family. So for him to fall in love with a mixed race girl, all the power to him. That's all I can say. All the power to that man. I applaud him. If I was to meet him, I would tell him that as well. I would say to him, you did us proud. Because that's how I feel. And I don't feel that about any of the other royals. Not at all. Because they all go off and marry white people. We're not a white country anymore. And that's what pisses me off. We're not. So it would have been wonderful if she was allowed, if she was allowed to be part of the royal family. So anyway, sorry, I went off on one. Philip was yes, that's right. He was a member of the Greek royal family, but he's not Greek. I think German. Yeah, I think I heard something about German and something about Greek. Yeah, I never really looked that deeply into him, to be fair. But yeah, I trust none of them, not Harry or William. I agree with you on that point. Harry should never have worn that. He should never have worn that costume. Having said that, when you look into it, I think you'll find that he was he was quite close to William at that time. And I think they lived on the estate very close together. And the night of the party, Harry, coming up to the party, Harry had said to William, what do you think about me wearing this? So that I could either go in this or I could go in this costume. And it was William that chose that costume for his younger brother to wear. There's a reason why Harry and William will never be close. Yeah, just think about that. Maybe I should do a video on it. I don't know. I mean, I like to do the tea and treason one because the things that she says are just so deplorable. And I try and sort of get out how I feel about it, but then, yeah, it's difficult. I don't really want to sort of go on, about how I really feel deep down about it. But yeah, I do feel very, very bad about it. And I think it's a shame that people keep throwing up that swastika costume because Harry's a man now. I think he was 19, 20 when that happened. And he was very much living in his brother's shadow. The royal the press were always saying how wonderful William was and how awful Harry was. Harry was the drunk, Harry was the one, the womanizer, and all this crap was going around. So the best thing he ever did was to move out of England because, yeah, he knows what his family's about, and I can only wish him the very best. And I hope he stays with Meghan. And yeah, I just hope his life's not being ruined. That's all. Anyway, so on that, I'm going to go because otherwise I'm just going to be sounding off about the royal family and I'll be marched off by the royal guards if I'm not careful. Nobody wants that, do we, Edna? Do you want me?
No, not at all.
Yeah, it's a difficult one. And I think it's difficult for the Americans to fully understand as well. Because it
I
kind
don't
of
know, Jen. I disagree. It's not
Okay.
as if Megan is an American.
It's not what?
She's American.
Oh yeah, Megan is, yeah.
So don't you think we're invested as all right.
Oh,
Have a
yes,
wonderful
Yeah, are you? Are you?
Not in the sense where it comes to being British and having like the history of the royal family being a part of the culture. No, of course not. But when it comes to being, an African American woman, like we were rooting for her, so we were invested in her marriage and wanting to see her be a princess or whatever, duchess. I don't even know what she is, but we were excited for her and her love story and what was to come in her life and to see her be a royal and all of that. So we were disappointed as well to hear that she wasn't welcome. Honestly, I think a lot of us were surprised because she's so fair.
She's so what? Sorry?
Fair. She's so light. You look at the kids and like I can tell that they're black.
Yeah, but she's mixed race, and mixed race come in all colours. People.
Right? No, I understand, but I didn't. I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm just like, is she? I don't know. Let me not say too much. I just feel like though, it's like, is she even black enough to hate? That's all. It just seems like she's so light.
I just think we got to save that discussion for another day because I feel quite passionately about that as well. I think we need to have that discussion another day, and it kind of hurts as I'm biracial, okay, which she is, but I also have mixed race children, and they're all different shades, okay, but it makes them no different.
But it does because Jen, you can't tell me that someone.
Okay.
But Jen, you can't tell me someone who's blonde hair, blue eyes, like you say your daughter is getting the same black experience as someone who's dark skinned with curly hair or Afro hair.
No,
she doesn't. Two totally different things.
Yes, it is. And one of the things that she has spoken on, and I think I'm right in saying she's spoken publicly about it, is that she hates that white privilege. So what people don't realize is if they're white presenting, and maybe we should find some video and discuss this on Wellness Wednesday, that people, I don't know, people don't seem to understand how, people don't seem to understand how somebody who's white passing could possibly not hate themselves. It's not that they hate themselves, but feel that the black inside them is dismissed purely because they've got a fair skin. It doesn't mean that they don't feel okay. They won't face the same prejudice as somebody who's darker. Of course they don't. But internally, it would still hurt them. Does that make any sense? I mean, my daughter
No,
used to
because
go
it's
to
like, what
nightclubs.
does it mean to be? How does me, perceiving you as black change your internal blackness?
Because if she feels black within herself, but she's white presenting, she's never going to be accepted by black people. But she wants to
That's
be
not.
accepted by black people
I
because
don't think
that's
so,
part of her
Jen. Because black
identity.
people are forever inviting people to the cookout. So I don't think that's the case.
What are you talking about?
Maybe this is African American culture, but there's always a cookout or there's a family reunion, and the joke is if you're down, if you're cool, you get invited to the cookout.
You're missing the point. Totally
Okay.
missed that point. Totally missed that. Oh, okay. I don't want to talk about my personal business because it just gets blasted everywhere. But trust me, there are, okay, all right, let's see. There are external and internal experiences. Exactly. And, it's difficult to describe it. And I think there are issues that biracial people have to deal with that black people don't deal with. I could say that. Now, you may not understand that because you're not biracial, but as a biracial person, I know because I've lived it. Do you see what I mean? Now, as a black
Yeah, but I was
person,
talking from the black experience because we weren't talking about her being biracial, but just talking about her being black.
no, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about me. I'm not going to talk about my daughter anymore because it gets
No, not your
blasted.
daughter. I'm talking
And
about
I get,
Megan.
you know what? Do you know what it's like for me, right? And how I feel about other people and how I feel about how people are treated, to have people on here say, because I bring up my fair daughter, that's because I want to be white. Do you know how that makes me feel?
I mean, I don't. Well, no, Dan, because I'm not used. I don't know how you feel, and I don't take anything away from how you feel. But the thing is, I just think it's kind of, it's almost like a moot point, or it just seems kind of silly because it's not a question of you trying to be white.
I don't really want to go deep into it, but just, it's like people try and take your ethnicity away and, say, oh, well, she wants to be white. Okay, why do I want to be white? Tell me why I want to be white as opposed to I want to be black. Does that make sense? Okay, because I'm split down the middle. Okay, my father was West Indian, my mother was white. Okay, so that person that says, oh, she doesn't like the West Indian part of herself, she wants to be white. Why would he say that? Does he think white is better than West Indian? Because that's not the way I look at it.
I
I'm
would never say
happy.
anything. I don't think you.
Happy.
Yeah.
I'm happy being mixed race because that's who I am. It's like, why do you have to? Why do people put or try and put biracial people into, you've got to choose this, you've got to choose that, you've got to choose either you want to be white or you want to be black. I tell you, from the day I was born, I have never wanted to be white. Ever. And I know that, well, I'm not going to talk my kids, not going to talk about my kids, but myself, I have never, ever wanted to be white. And when a black man says that, it makes me feel that they must look at white people as being superior to them.
Mm-hmm.
Why else would they say that?
Well, unfortunately, a lot of people do.
Yeah, well, it's just, that's not the answer, is it?
No, not at all.
That's not an answer. It's like, just because, I've got white blood doesn't mean to say that I want to be white. The same as because I've got black blood, I've got Jamaican blood, doesn't mean that I want to be Jamaican. I am who I am. I'm mixed race. I'm half Jamaican and I'm half English. That's it. Why can't people just accept that and try and put you in a box? And that's where, and it's a major problem. It's a major problem. And it's something that I remember growing up when I realized that, I was who I was.
Mm-hmm.
I was petrified that because there was somebody in power where I was trying to get into power who was racist, and he was trying to say that they should ship all the black people out of the country. And me,
Wow.
as a young girl, I was petrified.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I thought, well, they're going to think, and at that time, I didn't realize that I had a white mother,
Mm-hmm.
Because I was in care. But, just that thought, of somebody disliking you because of the color of your skin never goes away,
Right.
Never goes away.
But I think that just also kind of speaks to your, I don't know, like so from my black experience, I grew up learning about the civil rights and just different stories of discrimination, things like that. So hearing a story like that, I don't know how I would have taken it, but I don't, it probably wouldn't have. I don't know. It's interesting.
It is interesting, and maybe we should have that discussion because I think, how can I put it? I think I think African Americans look at race and racial situations differently to the way British black people look at, and maybe, Africans as a whole look at things differently because remember, my family are Jamaicans, which and they're very different to Black Americans,
Okay.
African Americans. Why do they call Black Americans African Americans?
I think just because of slavery, we don't have records to know exactly where in Africa we're from. So we can't really say with certainty Nigerian American or Ghanaian American or something. So we just say African American. Because when I took my DNA test, I was like part West and East African.
Yeah. Well, you know that the slaves, most of the slaves were taken from Western Africa. And that's where my ancestors came from before they went to Jamaica. But, what people need to realize is those poor people in that country, before it was all split up into different countries. Africa is a continent, it's not a country. So there's all different African countries. And what people don't realize is the damage that was caused to the blacks as a race by the slave trade and the civil war and everything, which I must admit I don't know an awful lot about that, and I hear you Americans talk about it a lot, so I don't know where I stand in that in as much as I need to research it, I feel, in order to sort of talk about it. I don't talk about things that I
Wait,
don't
Jen,
fully
you're saying you
understand.
don't know which side of the Civil War you think you would be on?
No, I
You
didn't
have to
say
do more
that.
research.
Please, listen,
Okay.
please don't put things into my mouth, Edna.
I'm just
Okay?
being silly. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. No, because people will run with that. And, you
I
know,
know.
there's enough people running with things, you know.
That's why I had to say it, Jen, because you know somebody would clip that and be like, Jen might be on the other side of the Civil War.
Exactly. But there are going to be people that say it, and I'm sick to death of people just coming up with shite. Hi,
Hey,
Bridge. I hope you're
Bridge.
well, darling. I'm just about to end, but we got on the subject of royals and racism and how American. I mean, I don't mind staying on for a little bit longer if you want to come up and school me a bit on the civil rights movement. Yeah, they'll have me in the KKK.
Please,
Yeah.
Bridge.
The point I was trying to make. The point I was trying to make is that my knowledge of the slave trade and being black in England is very different to African Americans, and I think the African Americans look at racism in a very different way. Okay, you go and get your potatoes, darling. We're going soon, but maybe we can have
Nice.
this
I love
discussion another
potatoes.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we can have it a different time, and hopefully before that, I'll have read up a little bit about it. What's a grand dragon? Is that one of the KKK? Please don't.
Bridge, that was hilarious. I was not expecting that. That's so
I didn't want to miss this. I thought I saw a little bit about it. Right. I have nieces who are part Mexican, nephews who are black, Filipino, Puerto Rican, Mexican, and white. And I think it's good to consider them wholly part of each culture and race. Yeah. You know, I don't know. I see. I could be talking out of my backside when I say that I think that I don't know. I might be wrong, but I
think
think
within reason.
I think
Because
the
like
American.
I said, I took a DNA test.
Yeah, but I think
Jen,
I think one of the major differences is that, you know, the Americans are quite happy to be called African Americans, but they don't know. They don't know which part of Africa. So, and Africa is like a continent. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to be called. It's like if I was called African British.
it's not a situation of being happy. It's just that if you don't know, then that's just the best you have. You know, you're black.
Can I ask you, like when you fill out forms and they ask you your nationality, do they do that over there? Do they ask you
you're
what your
black or
nationality
African
is?
American. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me see what
okay,
Bridge
that's
said. She
interesting,
said
Bridge.
no. Not all black.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh,
that's
well, yeah,
interesting.
exactly. Bridge, the potatoes can wait. We need you on pen. No, okay.
But
I mean, it's complex. Because I grew up with African American being the preferred term. But that's kind of like a bit older for me. I feel like me personally, I consider myself a Black American.
Oh, right. So let me just address what Fisher's put, because I like Fisher's comment. She always comes up. She comes up with intelligent things, and yeah, I like that. Thanks for being here, Random Fish. I really appreciate you. But I can never look at them and say you are part this or that. It's like their part is not enough, but it is. Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly. And I think that's how biracial people feel a bit.
Yeah.
You know, and I think they sort of feel like that because they get it from the blacks as well as the whites. Does that
Mhm.
make sense?
Yeah, that
I
does,
like to
Jan.
feel I like to feel that, you know, mixed race or biracial or whatever is something. Do you know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
just that you've got a drop of this blood and you've got a drop of that blood. It's, we are a people. Do you know what I mean? Does
Mhm.
that make sense? I can't think because I'm getting tired. Um,
No, absolutely. But I think that's starting. I don't know if it's the thing, or it might be a different experience for you, but I know that within like mixed biracial people, there's like this whole thing against people who have, or not against, but like within their community who have white moms versus black moms. And, they have like different discussions with them, their like biracial identity.
yeah, I mean, there has been a lot, there's been a lot said and written about biracial people and how they actually feel. And,
Mhm.
I think one of the underlying things that goes along with being biracial is thinking that you don't belong anywhere.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, and I think, I sort of grew up with that when I realized that I was that I was black. I just felt that I didn't belong anywhere. And because I knew by the time, right, I found out I was biracial when I was 10. So,
Okay.
yeah, up until then, I didn't know what I was. But
What did you
finding
think?
out,
That you were just different, or did you have any idea?
I had no idea because I had like a very sheltered upbringing because remember,
Mhm.
I was brought up in a home, a big home. And,
Right.
so I went to a village school and it was in a village, and I went to a village school and I was probably the only one with a tan in the village school. I'm sure I was.
Mhm.
But there were 2 other black girls in my home at that age, and they were, I think they were full, they were fully black. They weren't mixed race. So,
Right.
and I knew I was, obviously I was a lot lighter than they were. But they, because of their age, they didn't go to the same schools as me, but so I was,
Oh.
whereas they always had each other, I didn't. I was on
Mhm.
my own,
Mhm.
and I was the only one, like, with the curly frizzy hair and all this, and that. But then I found out when I was 10, um, when I left that particular home, I found out that my mother was white. So it was like that was quite a lot to take in. But I think at that age, I didn't really understand. I didn't understand that she was white, and I had 4 brothers who were white, but I was the only brown skin, and
Mhm.
I didn't realize it, and I don't think I ever really thought that deeply about it. It sounds weird, but there was a lot going on, yeah, there's a lot going on in my childhood, and, yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Uh,
Okay.
so yeah. Right, let's see. There are many there are many people that say they are not African American, they are black. So what do they say if they're mixed race? What do they say?
Most mixed race people just say that they're black. I think unless they're uh like other races in the picture, then then they'll say that they're mixed race or they're biracial. But a lot of people, if you're any part black, you're just considered black.
See, that's the thing, and I think because of my upbringing, there was a time when I found out who my mother was, um,
Mhm.
I couldn't accept
Candy.
I couldn't accept when people said I was black. I couldn't accept it because I knew I had a white mother.
Yeah.
And it took me a long, long time to accept that and to accept that I am seen as a black woman. So now I just call myself black. It's just
Mhm.
easier. you know, because unless I'm filling out form, then I'm saying, you know, I'm mixed. Do I call myself black? No, not really, but I expect others to. There's a difference. I mean, I will
Do
always
you?
say I'm mixed. I'll always say I'm mixed race. And do you
Yeah.
know what? My kids always say they're mixed race as well. All of them, even the white blonde one. Says she's mixed race. She will never ever say she's white ever. So yeah. Did I ever meet my brothers, my mother and brothers? Yes, I did. Yes, I did for a short time. Yeah, very different people, very different upbringing. I knew a girl in college who said she was bicultural. She was half black and half Mexican. That's interesting. Yeah, I love meeting other mixed race people. I find that really interesting, you know, when you combine cultures. I love that, you
So,
know.
Jan, answer me this.
Uh-huh.
Excuse me. Do you remember when Tiger Woods came out?
Yeah.
Like when he was talking about being biracial.
Yeah. I didn't know he was, but yeah. I
So,
remember Tiger Woods.
so
I know who Tiger Woods is. Yeah.
okay. So it didn't have much of a like it didn't have like a profound kind of like impression, or it didn't really phase you all that much. Doesn't seem like it.
No, not really.
Okay.
I think, let me think. I think in my teens, see, by then I'd sort of moved into London where there was a lot more black people. And when I went to school, there were a few more black people, but I couldn't relate to them because of the upbringing I'd had, and also because I knew I had a white mother. So I still felt as if I didn't belong anywhere. That's what I
Right.
felt. I just felt I'm just like different, you know?
Mhm.
So, but I didn't see it as a negative thing. I didn't think, "Oh, I wish I could wake up white," or, "Oh, I wish I could wake up black." No, I didn't really see it as a, you know, as a negative thing. I just felt I think back in the day, there weren't very many mixed race people that I saw anyway. But I know, I mean, the mix of culture, I think, has been uh, very sort of instrumental and very important to me as a person, in that, you know, if I go, the countries that I like, I love going to Paris because it's very multicultural. People don't realize that. And you get the most beautiful people because you get like, you get a lot of mixed races there, and they're just so beautiful, you know, and intriguing and interesting. I like that. I wish, actually, it's too late now. I'm too old, but I wish that I had studied about, you know, cultures and, you know, mixed cultures. I remember a song came out that you probably won't know, and it was like the lyrics were something like, "We're gonna mix everybody together and, you know, and put them in a big."
Jen, you talking about? I don't know. Do you know?
A big sort of mixing bowl and mix everybody together. And I loved that song. I loved the words and the meaning behind that song, because I grew up just feeling like I didn't belong to anywhere, you know, because I didn't know anybody else.
Mhm.
Yes, it is. This is what I like about Random Fish. She's very bright. Yes, it is. It's very mixed. Very, very mixed. Jamaicans can be as black as the ace of spades, or they can be white. True Jamaicans. You can get true Jamaicans that are white, but then you get the mix of them. That's why they're so attractive, because they're mixed with so many different. They're mixed with Chinese, they're mixed with Japanese, they're mixed with Spanish, French, Dutch, German, British. And they're just a whole big pool. Jamaica is a big pool where they've mixed everything, all the colours, all the cultures together. Yeah. And I think
Yeah.
that's the difference. I think that's probably the major difference between Jamaicans and African Americans. What did Bridget say? He was like,
Wait,
poor
what's the difference between Jamaicans and African Americans?
The difference, I think, between Jamaicans, I could be wrong, and African Americans is that Jamaicans are generally mixed with Europeans. That's the difference. Where African Americans aren't. Okay.
No, we are.
You're mixed with Europeans.
Yeah.
Where and how?
Slavery. What do you mean? Seriously?
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah. Explain it to me. So you're saying that the African Americans are I thought, right. Okay. So the African slaves were mixed with the white Americans. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, through assault.
Through slavery. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. So I told you I don't know a lot about the American history. White Americans are originally European, right? But I don't know that they always continually keep track of their origin culture. Oh, right. Okay.
Well, Fish, you listen, if you get into an argument about race with a white American, they'll come out with how German and Irish and Italian they are, I'm sure. So
yeah. Oh, okay. Well, you've taught me something there. But I did have a caveat and say I haven't studied a lot about the American Black history. It's bad enough trying to study my own.
fair enough.
But
Yeah.
it would be interesting to have that chat, though. Maybe if Bridget can come up one day and we can all, talk about it. I think, that's what, it's a shame that we weren't able to do that with your mama that day. But hey,
Listen,
but yeah,
all
I
is
think
not
it would be
lost. I think that it's still possible that your mama might be, might come back around. Listen, it could be a Black History Month miracle.
No, I can't
Let's
be on.
put
It'd be like trying to argue with a chimpanzee. I'm sorry.
Okay,
let's
not.
I'd get more sense. I'd get more sense out of
man.
trying to have a conversation with a wild animal. Honestly, some people you just know you can't talk to. You just can't talk to them.
Jan, I love you. Listen, Jan, my parting words. So for True Crime Tuesday, I was thinking maybe we can have the creator Purple Glitter. I don't know if you're familiar with her, but she said that she's familiar with you, that she's heard of you, that you guys, I forgot exactly how, but she's into true crime.
I've never spoken to her.
No, you don't have to speak to her, but I think you guys are both into the true crime. I think it would be interesting.
Love me some true crime.
I know.
Okay. Can you tell her is she on Twitter?
She is on Twitter, Jen. You know I'm not on Twitter, but yes, Twitter. She goes in and out of like locking down her Twitter, so you might have to like reach in and grab her at a good moment. I'll
Tell her
try
to
to
contact
facilitate
me.
as much as I
She'll
can.
probably be able to contact me easier than I can contact her,
Right.
to be honest. She's off my radar. But
Okay.
does she do true crime videos?
You know, I just popped into her lives. I'll see what we could do. Hopefully, we can get a connection going by Tuesday to make this happen. Everybody, put out your good feelers. If you know Purple Glitter, send her a message. Let her know that we're thinking about it. That it's just a possibility. It might be
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah. I mean, the only thing I'm worried about true crime is my memory is crap, so I'm probably going to forget
Oh.
things. But I mean, if I know we're going to be doing that, then I'll make sure I write things down to remind myself. But I
Bridge,
think it's really interesting. You don't want to do it, Bridge.
Bridge, shush.
What's she saying? Nope, nope, nope to. Nope, nope,
She's
nope.
not.
to
I think
purple-
that's Bridge hating.
Who's she hating? Who you
She's
hating?
trying to.
Is it because I got a white mum?
You know what? I'm
You have to
sorry for
laugh.
the
You have
trauma
to
that
laugh.
you endured. Like that. I mean, I can't relate. But I do. Empathize because it sounds. That's tough.
It is tough because you get it.
Yeah.
It's like biracial people get it from both sides, and it does
Mhm.
piss me off when people think that I want to be white. Why would I want to be white? Why?
Have you heard that song Vanilla?
No.
I don't know if that's what it's called, but it's like you might call me. Oh, it's like the main hook of them being vanilla. Bridge, shush. Hey, somebody, Capone, who we need somebody to delete that
Edna's gonna get me in
message.
trouble.
Bridge,
Edna,
don't look.
Edna. Bridge will tell me. She'll tell me. Edna, stop it. You'll have to go on the naughty step.
Look, Jen, I would not steer you wrong. I think this would be a good collab, honestly, for somebody who, whatever. What tree's in trouble?
Do you know what? Yeah.
What?
And she said something else that I had to shut down quick before that went round the bloody block. Like, for God's sake. I'm trying to get away from those people. I don't want to, no. Just let them do their thing over there. Stay over there, do your thing. And I'm very good at breaking away from people, at, cutting them out. I'm good at that.
Mhm.
So, yeah, but if Bridge says, well, Bridge is laughing now. Okay.
Oh my goodness. I think Purple Glitter might be live now. Let's jump off and go run and say hi. She is live. Everybody, let's go say hi to Purple Glitter.
All right. Can all 5 of you go and watch Purple Glitter now? All 5 of you. All right. Okay.
Tell her Jen and Edna sent you, please.
Yeah, I will. I will. I'm going to quickly go and make myself a cup of coffee and then I'm doing it. Thanks to everyone for coming. Thank you, Edna, for getting me into all sorts of crap. Thank you very much. As usual, we had 2 different conversations going at once, but hey, what can I expect? I need Bridget up here to sort of steer it. Do you know what I mean? Bridget's like... Anyway, we had a good chat today, didn't we, Edna, darling?
We did. It's been absolutely wonderful. It's been a great ending to my Friday.
Don't overdo it. Don't overdo it.
Okay.
All right.
Wonderful day, Jen. I had a meeting. I had like a one-on-one meeting with my manager, and it went well. It was awesome. I'm excited. On top of the world. He's like, thank you for being such an asset to the job. I think you should be full-time. I'm like,
oh, that's nice when people appreciate you. And I appreciate you, even though half the time I'm like, what? And you destroyed that Jimmy Bunker film. I mean, anyway, I'm going. I'm out of here.
Jen, we didn't know who he was. We don't know Mr. Snowflake. But listen, he has a nice body. He has great editing. And Jimmy Bunker, he has a good beard.
Oh, God.
And it came together in post.
Right. Okay, Edna. Love you, darling. Love you so
Love
much.
you too, Jan.
Thanks for coming on. All right, guys, I'm out of here.
Bye.
Just driven me mad. Take care of yourselves out there. Have a wonderful weekend. Have a great weekend. Take care of yourselves. No doubt I'll see you around. All right? Have a lovely weekend. Take care of yourselves because you know what I say. It's a rotten old world. Bye-bye for now.